The top stories of the day, plus a first look at weather in the first 11 minutes. KNTV News 11 at 11. Now, 11 at 11 Extra.
Yikes! By now, most trick-or-treaters have hauled home bags of candy and are tucked into bed for the night.
Well, chances are most of them ran through a couple of haunted houses and maybe a spooky graveyard tonight. As Kimberly Richardson shows us, there was some high-tech fun out there this evening with an old-fashioned ghosts and goblins feel to it.
As darkness descends on San Jose, workers scramble to put finishing touches on their high-tech haunted graveyard. For the past 16 years, this backyard has been turned into a spooky spectacle, complete with moving tombstones and clanking caskets.
This year also we have something new called the Tombstone Face Illusion, which is it's kind of a morphing effect of a face pressing through a tombstone kind of thing.
Talking heads, flashing green eyes, a growling beast and raven gone mad. It's enough to scare even the bravest soul.
The kids want to run through and then keep going, but the adults just stop and they start thinking about how it was done, and they start asking, how did you do that? How did you do this?
But part of the fun is leaving some things up to the imagination. In the basement of this South 9th Street home, you never know what you'll run into.
We take all the neighborhood kids in here and we buy a lot of pumpkins and we let them carve them, and then they turn our basement into a haunted house, and they're the ones that get to scare everybody and everything, and it's just a lot of fun.
Well, not for everyone. Halloween can be a little overwhelming. But for others,
Trick or treat.
it's business as usual.
Peter, grab it with
The game of bobbing for apples took on a new twist this year, with few trick-or-treaters grabbing a prize. Across town on Bird Avenue, the fog moved in. Frankenstein thought he ruled until he saw the pumpkins taking over. As the midnight hour draws near, these creatures of the night return to the dark world for 364 days of rest. Kimberly Richardson, KNTV News.
The Halloween festivities are winding down now, but people all over the nation were celebrating in very unique ways. The senior citizens celebrated their Halloween by dancing the polka. This dance hall in Chicago has been a magnet for polka fans for about 80 years. They strut their stuff every Tuesday, but the seniors were putting on more than their dancing shoes today, mixing Halloween with polka. People were dancing in the streets of New York tonight for the annual Halloween parade. Thousands of people turned out in full costume to parade the streets of Greenwich Village.
Hi. Do you get my costume? I'm a female executive who went through the glass ceiling. Actually, I hit the glass ceiling.
This is the 22nd Halloween party-goers have haunted this parade. Some younger trick-or-treaters began their Halloween celebration at the Happy Hollow Zoo in San Jose. The zoo opened early for youngsters ages 2 to 10 and their parents, of course. Organizers say it's a safe way for kids to celebrate before it gets too dark. The children aren't the only ones to get treats, though. The hippos get to eat the leftover pumpkins. And a Sunnyvale office got into the spirit of Halloween. Their 75 employees at West Valley Engineering transformed themselves into deathly figures and turned their cubicles into cemeteries and evil laboratories. The San Diego Chargers were not giving away candy this Halloween, but they were giving something very special to some very special needy children. Some of the players handed out shoes to children lined up at 4 stores in the East San Diego area. A little different approach.